Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Circling Seattle Sports here for what this is the third edition of our weekly Mariner Show, Mariner Mondays. Here, myself, Charles Hammaker, here with you with Brittany Weisner. There's an N there. I can read, I promise. It's not the Arson Judge situation. Um, yeah, kind of another nothing burger of a week in the Mariners news. I mean, there was a signing, but it's not anything that's going to help the Mariners get to the playoffs this 2025 season. If Nick Raposo ends up being that guy, then I'll eat those words happily. I'll eat a shoe or something. But I don't think we're gonna get to that. Yeah, not too much to talk to you about. Like I did last week with the show, I'll put like the different tabs of what we talk about and what we're currently talking about down below. I liked having that. My vision was kind of like how the old Sports Center used to look with the tabs of the discussion topics on the side. If I could get them to move down, that would be great. But I'm not that advanced yet. Oh, what is this? Oh, Yankees Goldie Buzz increasing. Yeah, I don't care. Yankees can piss off. Said something might happen during this. I don't care if it's something not related to us. Um, we'll start with this just because obviously, and we'll talk about that move as well on the team that been affected. But the Mariners did not get Christian Walker like they reportedly had interest in last week. When we talked about it, he is a Houston Astro after they missed out on Nolan Arenado. Um, and reportedly, the Mariners are in talks with the Cleveland Guardians about first baseman Josh Naylor per John Morrissey. But I mean, in talks just could mean anything. Brittany and I have talked about it. They could call the Blue Jays about Vlad Guerrero Jr. and mention his name, and that's technically in talks. So I don't know. And other reports out of Cleveland have said that it's unlikely that they move Naylor. So I unfortunately feel like this is nothing. Britt, just any thoughts on the status of that, and then just the player because obviously, again, I'm sure having Naylor would be a lot better than what the weird, odd situation they're currently in is, with the 40-man roster in that position. But we were talking about it might not be like the greatest upgrade. I don't know. What are your thoughts on Josh Naylor and the potential of that move?
Yeah, Naylor's a great player. He's young, relatively. He's 27. 776 OPS last year, 843 the year before. That was his really solid year. 771 OPS in 2022. So he's been relatively just a consistent, solid player. I don't think this is anything. I think this is national media needing something to talk about. It doesn't make sense for Cleveland after the moves that they have made with Jimenez. So I was surprised to see this come across as a news story, if we want to call it that. I think Josh Naylor would be a lovely fit for the Mariners. I would be happy to get him. I don't think that is in the future. So until again, I hear it from Jude or Divish or someone like that. I think this is kind of a nothing burger.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. You were saying a guy who's like consistently been solid. I'm like, wow, that must be nice to acquire something like that.
Yes,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, it's just kind of funny. I don't know. It feels like maybe it was like seeing him hit that tank off of Garrett Cole in the playoffs. Was it the playoffs?
Hmm. Two
Yeah,
years
I
ago.
was like, I thought he was older than he is, but yeah, you look at his baseball references and numbers. I'm like, I feel like there should be more here, and there's not. I mean, he got an MVP vote 2 years ago. He was an All-Star this past year. Yeah, he's got the thump. I mean, he does have the thump. He walks, which wow, what is that like?
He's got a great
Um,
personality too.
oh, he seems
Um,
well, yeah, no, and I mean, like, how many, Julio's like that. Um, Obviously Randy can be like that, and the whole outfield. Sorry, I should have just said the outfield,
the outfield.
but he's got a fiery personality to him.
Hmm.
I mean, that's evidence of the tank he hit off Garrett and what he did around the bases. I mean,
Definitely.
it's fun to have guys like that personally. Like, I know there are, I am always the pro celebration guy. Like when the NFL finally is kind of like little easing back on being the whole no fun league and like penalizing
Mm,
celebrations. I always like to prefer that, so I like Josh Naylor in that regard at least.
for sure.
But yeah, I mean, what do they? Yeah, I don't. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how much of a trade partner they'd be in that regard. Um, I don't imagine Cleveland wants to start, yeah, dialing back things, but I don't, yeah. Unfortunately, this just feels like nothing. Yeah, unless we get some of your big local three to say something, then meh. I mean, it'd be cool, it'd be fun and thought, but um, yeah, we'll move along because again, there's not much to talk about there. There's no potential like who they'd be sending over. I don't imagine. Yeah, we'll just move on because there's not much there. Which is so this is potential. I could potentially I could go and join the Everett Aqua Sox tomorrow. It's not gonna work. Yes, the Astros have signed.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, how about those M's?
Oh, I'm excited.
I know. Where are you going to watch all those away games, though?
Away games. Huh. I was thinking of coming here since, after all, Rough and Tumble is the home of Circling Seattle Sports.
I love that idea. Hope to see y'all here.